Emmerdale's Chas Dingle has been struggling since losing the Woolpack pub, but the return of Thomas King could put a spring in her step if she begins falling for the former villager turned heartthrob, as she did with his father. Chas, played by Lucy Pargeter, and her husband Paddy Kirk, Dominic Brunt, haven't had the easiest of relationships on Emmerdale, but most recently, they have been getting on the best they have for years. The loss of the pub has been a huge strain on them, and in upcoming scenes on the ITV soap, they are set to learn who has bought the rundown premises. However, as she feels her life is falling apart, the former landlady of the Woolpack could receive a blast from the past as Thomas, Mark Flanagan, steps back into the village almost 10 years since he made his last appearance. As the youngster is a lot more mature and looking more like his father, Carl King, Tom Lister, Chas could find herself gravitating towards him and could put her own marriage on the line as she explores her chemistry with her former stepson. During his 8-year stint in the village, Carl had an on/off relationship with Chas, as the pair were always restarting and ending their relationship. In the time she was with him, the former landlady of the pub developed a bond with his 2 young children, Thomas and Anya King, Lauren Cheriston. She became like a mother figure for the pair, but when their father was killed in 2012, they blamed her for the love rat's death. At the time, Chas did think she had killed her former lover until it was revealed Cameron Murray, Dominic Powers, had silenced him during the show's 40th anniversary episode. After months and months of stalking Chas and making her life a living hell, Thomas eventually left the Dales to go and live with his birth mother in Saudi Arabia. Thomas hasn't been spoken of since, but now aged 25, he could be ready to return to the village and apologize to his stepmother for the way he treated her. At first, Chas would be skeptical about seeing Thomas, but as she sees how remorseful he is, her walls could fall down. Feeling overwhelmed with everything going on in her life, she could take some time to catch up with the young heartthrob about what he's been up to. Reminiscing about the good old days, the pair could laugh and cry the day away before Thomas reveals he is going to be staying in the village a little longer. He could have brought some much-needed fresh air into the landlady's life, and she could be grateful he was willing to be a distraction from her troubles. When she gets home, she could begin acting odd around her husband Paddy, as she is more interested in messaging Thomas about another catch-up. This could mark the beginning of a downward slope for the beloved couple, as Chas would rather spend time with the man who reminds her of Carl. Although she is with Paddy now and they have had 2 children together, Carl was always the man the stalwart couldn't resist. As she sneaks away to see Thomas more often, she could end up pursuing him herself, as she wants to feel like her old self again. Chas has been tempted to cheat on her husband in the past but has never crossed the line, so could Thomas return, so she is willing to betray her other half. The actress who plays Chas, Lucy, has spoken out on her character's relationships and how Carl has always been one person she cannot get out of her head. In an interview, the soap star said, "She's mellowed an awful lot. It used to be that if you looked at her wrong, that would be it, she'd be jumping over the bar and attacking you. But now she's settled for the first time in a long time, with someone who's quite normal. But I still find her interesting because she's always doing something that you wouldn't expect. Paddy has to be the love of her life and they've been through so much. He's dependable and Terry's no danger. But Terry's part of Chas still burning in there that likes a bit of danger and a bit of dodginess, which is what she got from Carl King." Lucy continued, "They're complete opposites, Paddy and Carl. One gives her excitement, and one gives her stability and loves her unconditionally. If you could just combine them together it would be perfect," she told Inside Soap, "and Thomas could be the perfect blend." Executive producer, Jane Hudson, recently spoke with Express.co.uk and other media and addressed the show's 50th anniversary celebrations. The show boss explained she was hoping to get some old faces back in the village, which would be a total surprise for viewers. She said, "We're going to be having a golden month of celebration to mark our 50th. There are going to be mind-blowing stunts, more heartbreaks, secrets and lies are revealed," the executive producer continued. "It's going to be the gift that keeps on giving and the party no one wants to end. There are some really big things that will test couples' strengths and them as parents, so there is a lot in store. We might see some old faces returning, we're not sure yet. I think there is a lot coming up. The focus is really to celebrate Emmerdale turning 50. So could it be Chas and Paddy's relationship will be tested later this year as Carl's son makes his long-awaited return?